common mistakes we make as bakers and how to fix it. In this video, I'm going to be showing you some common mistakes that bakers make. Even sometimes some professional bakers also make this mistake sometimes. And in this video, I'm going to be listing them out and I'm going to be explaining some of these mistakes in this video. Hi, this is Stretch Cakes. I'm so happy to have you here with me. So without wasting time, let's go right into the video. So a lot of bakers have been complaining to me, telling me that sometimes they bake cake and the cake doesn't rise properly, or the cake is hard, the cake is not moist and all those things. But there are some mistakes that we make as bakers or make our cake to come out bad or to come out the way we don't expect it. That's because there was one thing or the other that we did that was not right, that is making the cake come out like that. Because once you follow appropriate way or measurement or the things that you're supposed to put in place, there's no way that your cake is not going to come out well. Number one thing that bakers normally do, or number one mistake that bakers normally make, is opening the oven very often. So this is why you must have a timer when you are baking. I see a lot of bakers making this mistake a lot. Like once they are baking, before you know it, within 5 minutes, they'll go and open the oven to check. Let me see how the cake is looking. Let me see how what I'm baking is looking. Once you are baking a cake and you are beginning to open that oven very, very frequently, your cake is not going to come out well. No matter what you do to that cake, it's not going to come out well. Because why? You have troubled the temperature. So what you should do is, what I normally do is, I set a timer. I set a timer for my oven or for my cake. Let's say, for instance, the measurement of a recipe requires that that cake should bake for about 50 minutes. So I set a timer on my phone and I set it for 50 minutes. So what I do is, once it is 40 minutes, I will go and check that cake. Let's say 10 minutes before you get to 50 minutes, I will go and check that cake. I will not wait for for you to get to that 50 minutes, because sometimes when you are baking a cake and the measurement says you should wait for 50 minutes, you will even be surprised that when you get there, you will notice that the cake is not baked yet. So I normally leave that 10 minutes interval. Like when I'm supposed to go in 15 minutes time, I'll just go in 40 minutes time, then check how my cake is doing. Sometimes I will get there by 40 minutes and I'll notice that my cake is properly baked. So set a timer. Make sure you set a timer. Stop opening your oven frequently. Stop opening your oven frequently to check if your cake is ready, or to check the outcome of your cake or your bread. Most especially if you are baking bread, this thing is very bad for bread. When you are making bread, because if you are making bread and you open the oven before the baked time, your bread is going to fall. Like if it was going up before, you notice that your bread has fallen down and it's going to be flat. I've experienced this severally back then, and I know exactly what I am saying. Number two mistakes that bakers make is wrong measurement. This one is very common. So we don't follow exact measurements in a recipe. Some persons don't even have measurement. I noticed that some persons don't even have measurement. I've seen several videos online where you just see somebody, or we will just add flour, just add sugar, like no scale, no measuring cups. They will just do whatever they like and feel that the measurement or the recipe is going to come out well. No, you need to have a proper measurement. If a recipe is saying 500 grams, make sure you measure it. This is why I prefer using digital scale. For me, I prefer using digital scale. I don't like using manual scale, because sometimes the measurement for manual scale can also be inaccurate. So I prefer using digital scale. So if you have digital scale, I will even advise that you use digital scale for your cakes, when you are making your cakes or any other baking product that you are making. Because if you miss a measurement, let's say for instance you are making a vanilla cake and the recipe says use 500 grams of butter, and you use 600 grams of butter, or you use 550 grams of butter, that cake is not going to come out well. There's no way you are going to do it that cake is going to come out. It's not going to come out well. Like you will notice that the cake is, like you will notice some oil coming out from the cake. Once the cake is baked, you will start seeing oil, like I don't know how to put it, start seeing oil coming out of the cake. And sometimes you start seeing holes in the cake. So because why? The fat is too much. The fat in that cake is too much. Mixing your batter. So a lot of persons over mix their batter. How do you over mix your batter? Note that when you are mixing your butter or your margarine and your sugar, you cannot really over mix at that time. So immediately you add in your flour to it. Once you add in your flour or your dry ingredients, you don't mix. Like at that time, you don't need to mix with a mixer. All you just need to do is fold in your dry ingredients to your batter. You don't start mixing vigorously or mixing with a mixer once you add in your flour ingredients. So, or once you add in your dry ingredients, if you over mix at that moment, your cake is not going to come out well. So over mixing your batter will not allow your cake to come out well. In fact, it's going to make your cake to be tough because it's like you have activated gluten in the cake. It's not going to be looking like bread. The only baked product or the only thing you are allowed to overmix is your bread, because you need to knead it to allow that gluten to form inside.